everybody. Good morning. We stay at Hāloa Farms. This beautiful Kalo patch over here. Stay with my gang over here. We're pulling taro today. Pulling some maui lehua. About 1,000 pounds today. And today is huki e ke ka, pull taro. And here we go. So here we have maui lehua. You can tell a maui lehua by its long, slender petioles. And of course its red petio edge. And of course around the kohina is red and purple. So basically we're going to show everything from the huki stage and on back. Okay, so basically this is how we harvest our taro. We do it all by hand, one at a time. Kind of just, oh yeah, by the way, these plants are 6 months old. Okay, 6 months old. Looks like we're pulling out some average 4-pounders, 5 pounds. So yep, this is it. Over here you can see that we have a makua plant, the parent, the mother or the dad. Okay, and around here you can see it. Can you see this one? A little bigger, probably the biggest huli over here, oha over here. We call this an oha, a makua, the mom or the parent, the firstborn. Yeah, and how do I know this is the firstborn? Because you see the size of this oha as compared to the rest of the oha. Okay, so this is the oldest son, right here. This is the oldest son, this is the second oldest son, and then the next, and then the small keiki. Okay, so we're going to harvest the makua. It's just a gentle pull. Okay, I just shake it off like that. The oha is knocked off before I pull it out. Okay, look around the plant, pull the oha off. You try to kind of clean the dry debris off from the bottom before you pull it out. And there you can see the top of a nice lehua, maui lehua kalo. Then all I do is just give it a gentle spin, tuck the babies back in. Okay, I want you to take special notice to this part. Okay, the rest of the brothers are not disturbed. I took the makua out. I put a little baby brother back in. He almost trying to stray away. And then another baby brother. And then we just put the dry debris of the kalo back in here and kind of bandage the wound, so to speak. Just as so. And there you have it. We've harvested the makua. And the keikis remain in the ground until we're ready to do further planting. We'll come back to this spot and then we'll take out probably the two oldest brothers right here, this one and this one. And these are the ones that will prepare for the next planting. The rest of the younger brothers will stay in the ground and we'll wait for them to mature. Okay, so that's basically it on how we harvest. This is what it looks like. The lehua, this one. Again, this one is 6 months old. It's not that big, this kalo, but this one is about I'd say about 2.5 pounds, 2.5 pounds around there. But 6 months we pull this taro. We pull it young. I mean, most people don't pull taro at 6 months, but we do. And everything's different, right? Wherever you plant, depends. Where you plant, it's going to be a different time. Everything's different. Depends on the environment, depends on the conditions, depends on a lot of things. But, yep, then what we do is, how we process over here at Hāloa Farms is that we leave about 1 inch from the kohina, what we call the kohina, where the corm meets the ha, your petioles, your stem. So we cut it off at about 1 inch from the kohina and we just cut it off. And so, and we just kind of dress it up a little bit. And so, Ready for the market. Yep, 2.5, 3 pounds. There you go. We market this at $2 a pound. Why? It's important to say. Why do I sell Kalo at $2 a pound? Why? Because my whole mission is to try to get back taro and poi back on our people's tables. Right now, today, it's a luxury item, okay? We don't get to eat it. It's maybe at a special occasion like a luau or a party. But before, this is always found on the kitchen tables of everyone. In a big bowl. Everybody had a big bowl of poi. Can't find that today. Why? No taro or too expensive. $2 a pound. If I sell you a pound of taro for $2, if you kui it, you're gonna get at least a pound back of pa'iai. If you grind it, you probably can make 1.5 to 2 pounds of poi. Okay, that's your $2. You're getting 2 bags of poi for $1 a piece. That's why I sell it for $2. Okay, the farmer always gets the short end of the stick. But in this case, I think that the value that goes into growing this is definitely worth the $2. And my customer, my people, my Hawaiian people, my local people, my any people, they get to eat it for $1 a bag. There we go. Aloha. Okay, so here we have the makua plant. The makua kalo, the makua corm. Okay, like so. This so happens to be a Maui lehua. Okay, but we're going after the keikis. We're going to prepare a huli to replant. So when I take a look at this, I normally will push back the dry material, the dry debris, the dry leaves. I push it back into the hole to act sort of like a band-aid to the rest of the children, the oha. So as you can see, some oha smaller than others. So you can see that this one is probably the largest one. So I'm going to take the oldest brother or sister out of the ground, like so, and bring it up out of the ground like this. So here we have an oha, a suckling plant that's attached to the mama plant, or it was attached to the mama plant. And this is what we're going to prepare to create or to make a huli. So I just pull off the leaves like so and cut off the 2 main leaves here. Now if I'm preparing planting stock or huli to grow in lo'i, then I want to make sure that my huli or my oha is, I leave a long enough stem, because when I plant it, it's going to be submerged in the water. Okay, I grow mala style dry land, so mine necessarily doesn't have to be as long. I could cut it shorter, but in this case I can also grow it like this. Okay, so when we prepare it, you can see right here the kohina where the cormel is attached to the petioles. There's a dark purple line here. Well, anyway, the separation from the cormel and the stem or the petiole base. We want to cut, well, the way I prepare it is I cut about a 1/4 inch below it, and many people prepare theirs differently, and all of them is the right way. There's no wrong way. So I'm going to cut about a 1/4 inch below the kohina, like so. Okay, now this, the cormel, I can make it into poi or steam it and eat it like this. Real ulika at this age. That means sticky, peanut buttery like. Okay, and this is how we prepare a huli from an oha. Now when I'm planting, I want to, and I'll speak on in a dry land context, what I normally do is I always like to put the planting about at least 6 to 8 inches deep. Okay, because what that does, it gives me this much of a feeding ground for my root system to feed off, and around the kohina is our lateral roots, which grows out sideways, and these are your feeder roots. So as the plant is growing up, because taro, it grows up, it doesn't grow down. Okay, so if I planted this deep, I have this much of a zone for the plant to feed on. If I planted this deep, look at the zone. You diminish the feeding capacity of the plant. You plant it like this, more than naturally, depending on the variety, they'll come out round. I planted this deep because it stays submerged beneath the soil in the aina, in the lepo, and what it does, it acts as a protecting barrier from external predators, borers, and insects. That keeps it from being attacked. And again, the most important thing is you have that great feeding zone. So when you plant your huli, okay, make sure, if you can at all possible, plant it 6 to 8 inches. Okay, cover it with some organic matter and keep it moist. The key part of growing dryland taro is that you have a consistency in your watering. That is very important. If not, you're going to get a sandy, grainy type of kalo. Okay, happy planting. Aloha everyone. This is a huli I just prepared. This huli is going to carry on countless years of perpetuation of Hāloa in this huli. How old this huli is, I have no idea. I know it's carrying on a lineage of hundreds and hundreds of years. So what you hold in your hand, I hope you appreciate its value. For me, this is my older brother. His name is Hāloa. I believe that if you just touch it, if you just touch the huli, that there's going to be a connection that you're not going to understand, because what's going to happen is a seed is going to get planted in your spirit and in your na'au. And what's going to happen in due time, in the right season, that seed is going to flourish. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next year, but rest assured, I give you my word, this seed will flourish in you. Hopefully in the lepo that you put it in, but most of all, the seed that will be birthed inside your na'au. That there you will have that connection with my older brother, Hāloa. Take care, because you will perpetuate our heritage. This is a small way that you can perpetuate our Hawaiian culture. If you but plant this, take care of it, malama it. It'll feed you, not physically only, but spiritually well. It will connect you back to your roots, which is in the aina. Aloha.
It is hard work, you know. It's hard work, but it's a family business, and I've been doing it since I was a little kid, and it's rewarding for me, even though, you know, the days are hot and they're long. It's rewarding because we get to share our culture with other people and share our food with others in our same culture, and I just love it.